always had a heart for orphans. Ever since I saw the stories about the Romanian orphans at a very young age, I decided I wanted to adopt, and I really felt like I wanted to adopt internationally. So when Nathan and I were dating, you know, I told him about how I felt about adoption, and he said he felt very similarly.
That's the same.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So shall I start over? Okay. Okay.
And I mean, I'm adopted myself, so, you know, I was always open to adoption, so.
So we had a plan, and our plan was to have a baby on our own and then to adopt a baby. But we very quickly found out that God had another plan, and God's plan for us was to build our family through adoption, and we feel very convinced of that. So
I just remember the scripture that says, you know, where the Bible talks about that taking care of orphans is pure and undefiled religion. And to me, no child should ever have to go to bed feeling unloved. You know, that just shouldn't happen. Be it in an orphanage or in an abusive home or any situation like that, a child should never have to go to bed feeling that nobody loves them. And so, you know, just thinking about children and just caring for children and that being pure and undefiled religion is just kind of really the one that has stuck with me the most.
And I'll never forget, you know, seeing him for the first time walk in the little playroom that we were in with his foster mom, and just completely being taken by him. And his reaction was not quite the same.
He looked at us with just a look of, who are these people?
All the Korean grandmothers on the plane were trying to take him. The airline hostesses were walking him up and down the aisle.
The Korean businessmen.
Yeah, they were, can we do something with your baby? And so finally, I took him back to the airplane bathroom and laid him down, and he calmed down and he came back, and Nathan said, "What did you do with this baby?" Well, it turns out that when we told Jeff and Julie this story, we found out that at that exact moment, they had sat up in bed and prayed for us. And so we really appreciate how much our church family has cared about our adoption and our family. Owen wants a sibling. Owen wants a sibling, and he's been begging for one for months. And so he's so happy to be a big brother. And we
always wanted 2 kids.
Yeah.
And said we'd like to have 2 children. And then, you know, I mean, adoption's not an inexpensive process. So, you know, we're looking at that, thinking about that, praying through it. And then when he started saying, you know, can I have a baby brother or baby sister, then that really kind of pushed us further along in thinking about it.
And we want him to have someone that he shares a background with and a similar story. So we think that that will be very special for him. But what I would like to say to families that are thinking about it, if you have a little flicker of flame that, you know, you have a passion for orphans, or you've ever even thought about whether or not God's plan was for you to adopt, what I would encourage people to do is just pray about it and just trust God to provide for it. Like Nathan mentioned, it is very expensive, but God is definitely in it. It's a big picture item for God, and He will provide. And just pray to Him and just ask Him to just fan that flame and just stir within you that desire to do that.
I saw a statistic, and I don't remember where I read it, but it basically said that if every Christian household would adopt 1 child, just 1, we would end orphans overnight. There would be no more orphans. And, you know, I think about that, and it's just like, okay, we have the opportunity to take a child from a background where they're, you know, not being able to be taken care of, they're not loved, or the parents can't provide. Even if they do love the child, they just cannot take care of them. You have an opportunity to love a child, to raise it in a Christian home, which I think is huge, because Owen's biological parents are both Buddhist, so this is a chance to raise a child in a Christian home that might not have otherwise been raised that way. So, you know, you got a chance to love a child that desperately needs love, to raise them in a Christian home. I would encourage anybody, if you're thinking about it at all, go for it. Go for it.
I think, too, the more that we've learned about adoption, the more that we see how much it mirrors, you know, what God has done for us. And it was with great personal expense that He adopted us into His family. He adopted us at the cost of His Son. And I don't think we can take that too lightly.